Hey, welcome everybody. It's really good to be with you. I'm sorry I'm not in Washington, D.C. I would enjoy that. I lived a good bit of my life in the city, but I'm really excited about what you're doing today. And I want to compliment the National Academy of Sciences, Engineering and Medicine, and also the ALN for their leadership role in this. The New York Academy of Sciences feels this is really important, and we're pleased to have partners. We work best when we convene, and us together, I think, can do far more than any of us on our own. If you look at my career, starting with being Undersecretary of the Navy, building big things, bringing them in on time is really important. Maybe the other thing that's become more and more important is how do we ensure that what we produce gets the outcome and impacts we need. So after being Undersecretary of the Navy, I went on to be Dean of a Business School of Technology Management in New York City, and then President of Brooklyn Polytechnic University. Both these schools really cared about engineering, but we really needed to move forward into a more, well, what does it mean for society for us to be engineers, to use technology and science, not just build the box, put the box in operation and take our chances, but is the box, the bridge, the carrier, producing what we need, treating people right. And more now, we realize in providing equity, opportunity, giving people a better quality of life. If you look at what's happened in the United Kingdom, they've really approached infrastructure with a new perspective. And it means that things come in on budget, more on time, and more importantly, it means that the team at the beginning really tries to understand what its objectives are, tries to ensure that there's a community input and an understanding of the potential negative impacts and deal with those. That's pretty important, especially we just passed 2 or 3 major infrastructure bills, if you think about it, including the most recent one, the CHIPS Act, with a lot of money for doing new chips manufacturing, but also the scientific competition bill, the ARA earlier. And all of them have in it, you need to have community input, you need to have an understanding of its impact. So we're about to enter into maybe the equivalent of Dwight Eisenhower's highway infrastructure impact on America. Let's not repeat some of the bad things that came out of that product, and let's ensure we get the good things. So it's high on our list to be sure America uses its money wisely and well. One of the ways I've been engaged in infrastructure recently is to think about the future of housing, neighborhoods, and cities. More and more people are asking, how do I work close from home? How do I work from home? So that's an infrastructure question. How do you build neighborhoods, which are so-called 15-minute neighborhoods, where the work, the play, the education, the shopping are all maybe a walk away or a bicycle ride away? So there's an example of how infrastructure leads to quality of life. And you can build apartment complexes one after the other, but if you don't begin to think about the quality of life and what really gives people more time with their kids, more time with nature, then you're missing out on what America should deliver to its citizens. And as we go around the world, even more so. Like we said, you could have apartments 10 miles away, work 10 miles away, education, 20 miles away, the power system. But you could have a system where work and the power system, microgrids, the education systems, the transportation network, more bicycle paths, fewer cars, tunnels under the road so you don't get killed as a pedestrian. You see where it heads? All these systems begin to potentially fit together. If it was easy, of course, we'd see it being done a lot. So what we've got to head to is taking on the hard problem of saying, how do we link these together into a system of systems, look for the human value in it, and deliver. And I think if we can do that, I'm using housing as one example, but we could use many places in our society where that kind of thinking would change how we built things, how they affected people, how they used the money that they were given to do it. It's a great opportunity to show a better way of living for everybody.